So we know that the word of knowledge is listed as part of the 9 gifts of the Spirit Paul spoke about. And these gifts are given by the Spirit, part of his diversities, which he bestows to the church under the administration of the Son. Now, the word of knowledge is most of the times confused with the gift of prophecy, not because they actually look alike. Yes, the word of knowledge is prophetic, but it is not to be confused with the gift of prophecy. We most times call it the gift of prophecy because the gift of prophecy in its intrinsic workings may not all the time be spectacular or forensic, but the word of knowledge will speak of things that will not be known without the Spirit's information. Personally, I began to see the word of knowledge at work in my life even before I knew this was what it was called. I remember I was praying for someone and I just knew that he used to have serious, severe nightmares. And so I spoke with him and prayed with him about it. I was very small, didn't know nothing. Fast forward when I began to operate more in prayers and consecration. And this is how the gift began to flow more in my life, my personal story. So I remember I had a roommate, he's a pastor today, Victor, and he was about to travel to Abuja. So yeah, packed everything, we're students, broke students. And so he needed to take everything he would need for that journey. So he had packed his clothes, packed his bag, and he was looking for his toothpaste. He searched and searched and searched. It was becoming a serious issue. And all of a sudden, I just knew where his toothpaste was. And I said, your toothpaste is, and we checked. And I found his toothpaste where I said. So it was more or less, probably I had seen him place it there. I had no idea. I just knew that I knew where his toothpaste was. There's so many instances and examples, but what I've come to understand is that the workings of the word of knowledge is not for the ego of the saints or the child of God who is being given that gift. Neither is it for the happiness, the joy. I'm talking of in physical, not spiritual, symbolic terms. Oh, I'm just happy. I like when it's time for prophetic. I can't wait for pastor to finish preaching and start to flow. It's not because God wants to tantalize us or to excite our fantasy and our fancies. No, this gift is given because God is meeting a need and is providing knowledge that without that provision, we would be ignorant of that particular thing. Most times in my own meetings, the word of knowledge flows with names.
Either you or somebody very close, like a family, that bears the name Victoria. Is there anybody here, or you have somebody that bears Victoria? Who is the person to you, sir? Your wife. She's not here. Your sister. Please come, two of you. Please sing. Your name is Victoria. I see a sewing machine. I don't know, does anybody sew like in fashion designing or anything? Is there anybody that sews that is in fashion design? No. Those are two more hands. Same two people specifically, a guy and a lady. Like, it's not something you plan to learn. You currently can sew. You are like a fashion designer. Please raise up your hand. Okay, maybe that will be you as a guy. Okay, if you are a graduate of university and you sew as a lady, raise up your hand. Just if may not be wrong. Do any of you finish from Delta? Please stop. Share.
And I've come to discover that that word of knowledge on me is an entry point to a deeper ministration. So the word of knowledge comes, oh, there's no one here, your name is this, or who has a family member bearing this. I've come to discover that when the person responds, then it becomes an entry point to further administration and deliverance and instructions. Sometimes it also comes while ministering, and it gives an in-depth knowledge that will otherwise not be known, to provide an answer or a solution to a current dilemma or a forthcoming dilemma. You know, it is a beautiful gift. You should go ahead and convert it. God bless.